Welcome to today's video. Today is my latest installment in my deep dive into the 2024 presidential election series. Today's video focuses on the state of South Carolina. South Carolina and its 9 electoral votes is a state that historically has been a very Republican state, and even though it's not the safest of Republican states compared to some other ones, it is certainly more likely than not going to be a pretty reliable Donald Trump state on election night. In this video, I'll be showing you some election results from South Carolina, as well as some polling data and some key counties I'm watching for on election night. Starting in the 2020 election, Donald Trump won the state of South Carolina by 11.7% of the vote. In 2016, Donald Trump won the state by 14.3% of the vote. And in 2012, Mitt Romney, the Republican nominee for president, won the state of South Carolina by 10.5% of the vote. Right now, in the current RCP polling average, Donald Trump has 52%, Kamala Harris has 42%, a 10-point lead for Trump in the polls at this moment. Looking at the national popular vote of the United States, in 2020, Joe Biden won it by 4.4%. In 2016, Hillary Clinton won it by 2.1%. And in 2012, Barack Obama, the president at the time, won it by 3.9%. That is an average across the last 3 elections of a 3.5% national vote win for the Democrats. Currently in the head-to-head polling between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris, Harris only has a 1.4% lead over Trump in the national average. That is 0.7% behind what Hillary Clinton got in 2016 when she won the popular vote and lost the Electoral College. Harris is running even farther behind that. And Harris is running about 3 times below what Joe Biden did in 2020. So certainly some warning signs for Kamala Harris when it comes to the national popular vote and what it means potentially for the Electoral College. Looking at South Carolina in itself compared to how it votes compared to the national vote, in 2020, South Carolina voted 16.1% more Republican than the popular vote. In 2016, South Carolina voted 16.4% more Republican than the popular vote. And in 2012, South Carolina voted 14.7% more Republican than the popular vote, an average across the 3 elections of 15.7% more Republican than the popular vote of the nation. Looking at some presidential forecasts for the state of South Carolina, Real Clear Politics has South Carolina listed as a likely Donald Trump state. Sabato Crystal Ball has it as a safe Donald Trump state. 538 has it as a likely Donald Trump state. Decision Desk HQ in The Hill has it as a safe Trump state, and the Cook Political Report has it as a solid Trump state. So definitely favored for Donald Trump to win the state. The question is just what the election results are going to be like. Some key counties I am watching in South Carolina. First county I'm watching is Charleston. This is obviously where the city of Charleston is. In 2012, Barack Obama won it by 2.4%. In 2016, it was won by Hillary Clinton by 7.9%. And in 2020, it was won by Joe Biden by 12.9%. This is a very, very important county because this is one of the biggest cities in South Carolina. A lot of people are in this county and voted in this county. And when you look back at the 2020 results, just out of this county alone, Joe Biden got over 120,000 votes. Donald Trump got over 93,000 votes in Charleston. So it's a big basket of votes on election night, and it is very, very important for the overall votes tallied into the state's total. It also is worth noting this is a county that's been getting bluer and bluer across the last 3 elections. So does it go up for Harris from 2020 from Biden, or does it potentially regress? That could be a sign in how the national election overall is going for Harris. Next, Dorchester County. Dorchester County is one that's right outside of Charleston, and kind of similar. It is a smaller county, but a still pretty decently sized county, in that Trump got over 40,000 votes in 2020 in it. Biden got about 33,000 votes. In 2012, it voted for Romney by 16 points. 2016, it voted for Trump by 17.5. But in 2020, it dropped down to 10.5 for Trump in this county. I'm very interested in watching this county and seeing potentially how it goes. Maybe signs of a Trump bump in 2024, or maybe even potentially a regression in this county. Not too far away from Dorchester County, we have Berkeley County right next door. It was a 14.6% win in 2012 for Mitt Romney, an 17.5% win in 2016 for Trump, and then an 11.7% win for Trump in 2020. Very similar to Dorchester, a Republican suburban county that Trump needs to win on election night. Watching to see what the margins are in that county. Florence County in the northeastern part of the state of South Carolina. This county is about 32,000 votes for Trump in 2020, 31,000 for Biden in 2020. So it's a very close county, going to be a really close one on election night. Romney won it in 2012 by 0.6%. It went up about 4 points from 2012 to 2016, where Trump won it by 4.9, and then it decreased by a little over 2, going down from 4.9 to 2.3 in 2020. This is going to be one of the closest counties in the state, and I'm watching this one very, very closely. Lastly, we have Richland County. This is where the capital city of Columbia is. The main reason this is going to be a big Democratic basket of votes, but it's very important because Joe Biden got over 130,000 votes in this county in 2020. Donald Trump, even though he lost this county, still got 58,000 votes in this county. So its size is very, very important and definitely worth discussing. In 2012, Obama got 32% of the vote in this county. 2016, Clinton got 32.9, and 2020 it jumped up significantly up to 38.3. I'm very interested to see what the margins are in Richland County. Looking at the statewide county map for South Carolina, Donald Trump got 55.1% of the statewide vote. Joe Biden got 43.4%. And looking at the counties across the state, Richland County, again, this is where Columbia is, was 68.4 to 30.1 for Biden over Trump. Florence County right here was 50.6 to 48.3. Trump won that county. Berkeley County right here was 55 to 43.3, a win for Trump. Dorchester, right next door, was 54.2 to 43.8, a win for Trump. And Charleston County was 55.5 to 42.6, a win for Biden. Going back to 2016, just some of the margins were different, but a lot of the counties still voted for the same party. Richland was 64 to 31.1 for Clinton over Trump. Statewide, Trump got 54.9, Clinton got 40.7. Florence County was 51.1 to 46.1, a win for Trump. Berkeley was 56.1 to 38.6, a win for Trump. And Dorchester was 55.9 to 38.5, a win for Trump. Charleston, a closer win for Clinton, 50.6 to 42.8. Now looking at 2012, where there's a lot more blue counties than there were in 2016 and in 2020. Mitt Romney got 54.6% of the vote statewide. Barack Obama got 44.1%. In Richland County, it was 65.3 to 33.4, a win for Obama. Florence County, very, very close, 49.8 to 49.2, a win for Romney. Very, very close there. Berkeley County was 56.4 to 41.9, a win for Romney. Dorchester, 57.2 to 41.2, a win for Romney. And Charleston County, also very close, 50.4 to 48, a win for Obama. Now getting into the political parties themselves and using the election results to try and predict the 2024 election. In 2020, Donald Trump got 55.1% of the vote. 2016, Trump got 54.9% of the vote. And in 2012, Mitt Romney got 54.6% of the vote. What's good here is the numbers are actually very, very close and very similar to each other, which made conducting a range of the Republican vote in South Carolina pretty easy. I took the highest number, 55.1, minus the lowest number, 54.6, got a difference of 0.5, and took that 0.5 and added it to the highest total, subtracted it from the lowest total, and that found, barring a polling miss in South Carolina, Donald Trump should be getting somewhere between 54.1% and 55.6%. It's also worth noting the average vote percentage across the last 3 elections in South Carolina is 54.9%. On the Democratic side, in 2020, Joe Biden got 43.4%, 2016, Hillary Clinton got 40.7%, and 2012, Barack Obama got 44.1%. Conducting a range once again with the highest number, 44.1, minus the lowest, 40.7. That got a range of 3.4. I then took 3.4 and added it to the high end, getting up to 47.5, and subtracting from the low end, getting down to 37.3. That, barring a complete polling miss, I'm very confident Kamala Harris's numbers will fall somewhere between these two numbers, with the average vote percentage across the last 3 elections of 42.7%. As for my prediction for the state of South Carolina, first things first, I am predicting that Donald Trump will win the state of South Carolina. So, all things considered, Trump, I do believe, will win the state. As for the percentages, I think Trump will get about 55.3%. Harris will get 43.2%. That goes down 0.2% from 2020 for Harris, and Trump goes up 0.2% from his 2020 numbers. And it's 9 electoral votes for South Carolina we can add to Donald Trump's column. Trump winning the state by a 12.1% margin of error. And when you look at the national vote right now, add 1.4 to that, that is about a 13.5 win, or South Carolina votes 13.5 points more Republican than the popular vote. Adding South Carolina to Trump's total, that now brings him up to 240 electoral votes on the electoral map after I've gone through every state that I have filled in red and blue for either Trump or for Harris. 240 electoral votes for Trump, Kamala Harris 123. And so far, every state, we still have a lot of states left to go leading up until Election Day. Next up will be the state of North Carolina, a very important swing state, so you're not going to want to miss that one. In the meantime, please enjoy the sneak peek at my 2024 full election night prediction. Please enjoy. Arrived at 7 o'clock on the East Coast, and we are getting our first round of presidential poll closings of the night in the following states. The very important battleground state of Georgia, Indiana, Kentucky, South Carolina, Vermont, and Virginia. And with that, the polls have officially closed, and we can now make our first projections of the night. We can also project that South Carolina and its 9 electoral votes will also be won by the former President Donald Trump. South Carolina, home to Nikki Haley, Donald Trump's one-time Republican challenger in the presidential primary last winter, has voted for Donald Trump here tonight. That will do it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please remember to give it a like. And if you really liked it, please remember to click the subscribe button. And make sure you turn post notifications on so you always get notified when I post a new video. That way you never miss one. Also, please remember to share this video with your friends and family if you really like the video. And remember to stay tuned because I'll be posting at least one video every single day leading up until Election Day, so I'd really appreciate it if you keep coming back and watching those videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in a future video.